Hello friends, join me on a landscape photography adventure through the rugged and majestic Oregon coast, where I photograph some moody and dramatic seascapes, and I share some tips and techniques to help you in your photography. And make sure to stay to the end as I get some absolutely stunning conditions that made for one of the most memorable evenings I've had in the field all year. Hey folks, hope you're all doing well. It's a beautiful day. I'm on the coast and I'm gonna be camped out here for a few days. Probably gonna go up and down, probably about 100-mile radius and explore a few different beaches. And you can see it's a cloudless day right now, although it's forecasted for clouds to roll in later this evening around sunset. So we'll see if that actually pans out. And then I think tomorrow it's supposed to be much more cloudy, probably much more moody and dramatic. So we might get the best of both worlds. We'll see if the clouds actually come through tonight. So since it's sunny right now, I'm gonna throw on the telephoto lens and try and do some abstract photography. I'm gonna keep my eye out for details and patterns that catch my attention and focus on that while the lighting's harsh. And then I'm probably gonna throw my wide angle on and start scouting for some C-stack compositions that I want to shoot later this evening when the conditions are a bit better. So it's a beautiful day out here and I'm gonna enjoy every moment of it. So I found this really cool, just massive washed up stump. And it has all these crazy patterns all over it. It's really stunning. Unfortunately, it looks like all the local lovebirds decided to scrawl their name into it, as you can see, but there's still spots that are untouched. So check out the shot that I have lined up. So you see this kind of horizontal patterns going across the frame is kind of what drew my eye to this shot. I really like the contrast too of the shadow and the indents and the highlights from the bounce light hitting the brighter parts of the log. So because I have the long lens on and the plane of focus is just all over the place, I'm making sure to take different shots focused on different parts of the scene. So I've taken probably about 6 shots in total, and that'll make sure that I get every bit of the log in focus and nothing will be blurry. And then I'll stitch all those shots together in Photoshop, and I think this is going to turn into a good image. Now this is one of those images that I was more excited about looking at the back of the camera, and it turned out okay, but this area was filled with compelling textures and patterns, so I continued to immerse myself in the scene, and here's the images I came away with.
blast shooting these abstract scenes. There's just something about zoning in on those intimate details that really heightens my perception of just the aliveness and intelligence that is woven through the world around us. So after the shoot, I started to scout the sea stacks for some grander, wide-angle compositions, but unfortunately that night the clouds never really materialized. So I came back the following evening and I was treated to much more dramatic conditions.
The sky right now is just beautiful. It's really dramatic. If I take the exposure down here a little bit, you can get a better sense. So a lot of beautiful texture in the sky, really complements these sea stacks. And so I have the exposures for the sea stacks. I'm pretty happy with those. So what I'm doing now is just trying to capture different movement of the water, different wave patterns. I'm keeping my shutter speed up just a bit, going down as low as like 1/3, 1/4 of a second, and as high as like 1/15. And just playing with the different patterns, trying to make sure I get some nice interest here in the foreground. And also make sure that I stay safe, because these waves are crashing all over. But this is what I live for. It's beautiful. So I'm gonna fire off as many shots as I can, make sure I get all the elements that I can pull together in a shot that's hopefully halfway decent.
I had a wonderful time exploring this beach, but it was really just the warm-up for this trip. And so I headed south towards one of the most rugged and scenic destinations on the coast. And after setting up camp and taking a day to rest, I then got up at an ungodly hour the next morning to head to one of my favorite sunrise locations on the coast.
All right, so you see the shot I got lined up here. There's some wispy clouds up here in the sky, so we should get a bit of color. And as far as what I'm shooting, you'll see that we have this beautiful tide coming in here, and it makes this nice leading line back into the rock stack. So I'm shooting one exposure here for the tide, a few exposures for the rock stacks, and then an exposure for the sky in the background. So I think it's gonna be a beautiful morning. The color is starting to kick off a little bit, so I'm gonna stop recording and just start zoning in on this shot and hopefully come away with something good.
So as I was waiting for the light to kick off, this massive fog bank started rolling through the coastline, and it really changed the scene pretty dramatically. For me, part of the joy of nature photography is revisiting locations and witnessing just how much the same scene can vary under different conditions. As an example, here's a shot I took at this location a few years back, and you can see just how much the conditions change the entire look and feel of this scene. I think I know which of these I like best, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know which of these images you like the most.
So as I'm exploring this beach, I found this cool little channel here that leads right back into this beautiful sea stack, and the tide's coming in, so the water is rushing through the channel and then back out, and I'm using it to create this leading line back in the sea stack. You know, we got this fog bank that's rolled through, so it makes this really moody, dramatic seascape image. So I really like this shot. I'm gonna make sure to take my time, refine it, make sure I come away with the best possible composition. And I'm also gonna make sure to slow down and enjoy myself. This is just beautiful.
I love the drama and kinetic energy of this photo. The water patterns and the waves crashing against the rocks really draw me in, and I think it really captures the moody feel of this morning as those fog layers were rolling in and out and really heightening the atmosphere. After shooting this image, I put up the drone to get a different perspective of this fog bank, and I was treated to quite the show as the sun started breaking through this misty morning. I decided to head north to check out a more remote and lesser known beach, but I wasn't sure what to expect as these fog layers continued to roll in and out of the coastline. Little did I know I was about to experience one of the most memorable evenings I've had in the field all year.
So it's been completely clear skies all day, and it's forecasted for clear skies tonight at sunset. So I'm actually on my way to this lesser known beach. I haven't seen a lot of photographs out there. I'm kind of intrigued to scout it out. And I figured, tonight might just be kind of a throwaway night given the conditions. So, good opportunity to try something new. Beach that I haven't been to before. But as you might be able to see, this fog layer is rolled through all of a sudden. And so, now tonight's kind of a wild card. It could either be an absolute dud as visibility, might be zero, or it could be something much more interesting than I originally thought. So all of a sudden, I'm back in and I'm excited to see, if we can capture anything special tonight. So this fog is just absolutely insane. And it's kind of coming in and out of these rock formations right now, and the sun is poking through it, and it's making for these kind of ominous, eerie conditions. And it works so well with this sea stack. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So you can see the shot that I have lined up. And right now the fog layer is kind of blocking out these rock formations over here, but they're coming in and out. And when they're more visible, you can see this almost echo pattern leading up to this big prominent rock. And it's so cool, it's so eerie. You know, it's almost, to me, it almost has this like Easter Island feel to it with those old statues. It looks like something otherworldly, and that fog and the way the sun is just hitting these rocks and breaking through the fog, it really emphasizes that otherworldliness of this shot. So I'm gonna stop blabbing and make sure that I come away with the shots that I need.
I really live for adventures like these, where upon setting off into the unknown and following what I feel inspired by, I find my heart touched by those moments that I couldn't have planned for. I feel that in photography and art, we're meant to be transformed by the process, and if we really give ourselves to the experience and to the moment, the person who embarks on the journey is not the same person who comes back. I feel this way every time I step into the wilderness with a camera in hand, that I have an opportunity to commune with something sacred, and as I open myself to the wild, something inside comes alive in recognition and reverence and takes me by the hand.
Well, folks, that's gonna do it for me. I got a long, dark walk through a spooky forest, so I gotta get going. But it's been a beautiful evening out here. Great capper to an amazing trip. And I hope you all had a great time. And if you like the content that I share, consider leaving a like or a comment or subscribing. All those things help me a lot. And until next time, take care, everyone. Bye.